And I can't even, say it even now. Why don't you just do nothing? What is the problem? If we are not being productive at doing something in order to create, to generate something tangible, you are lazy. You're not doing anything. You are a waste. I know it's touching you the same. The fracking weight that I carry, just like you, just like everyone else. Episode 24 is starting under some gray sky, cloudy a bit. It was a perfect night. 0 scorpions. I'm guessing I have to thank the rain and the weather, probably. First thing for me is to go check the battery charge of the solar panels, how they are performing this morning. 50%. It's a bit cooler that way, which is a nice change. Up we go for the outdoor compost bathroom. It's gonna be a bit of singing for boosting the confidence because it is getting higher, that's for sure, every day, but I am not 100% yet. So, work in progress, baby. Kia no, hika kia o. Hey Sochi, hey Pinya, hey, hua, hey ya, hua, hey ya, hey koko ya mai ya. Kia kikoyo oya hey hua ya hikakiyo kotu hukakia hoa hiya makia ko tikaya hoa hey kai Yao kiki yao ya kiki kau tiki mia kaya ya ko tia ko ia namaya si kashai heya ho heya ho ia koko ia maya Kiki no Achika. All right, we go. Are we coming? Yes. Are we coming? Hello. Yes. And you? Hey ho koko hiya mahayika hiya kikaya sotoya hua hi nika oyo kikia maya satirio hua heya yoko kikia maya naya so aki ai kia toko heya hoa ki tia hoa hekai na iwa ai heya hiyo koko heya. What about the art of chilling out? Of day after day, learning to put into practice. I think that's what I am experiencing for the past few days. And there is a gorgeous red dragonfly. Is always here. I saw him already this morning on the rooftop. And it was I don't know, having a very sensual dance with another red dragonfly. It was very intimate. I didn't film anything, but in all seriousness, I was wondering for the past few days that I do not feel productive at really doing anything. And I shared that already in the previous episodes. And at the same time, I hear louder and louder that voice and that call said that why do you think that you have to be productive at doing something? You need to learn to surrender at not doing anything when it's time to not do anything, to reconnect,
because there are ways of reconnecting with our true self by meditation, by doing introspection. I was wondering and asking myself, why is that such a issue or challenge? That feeling of not being productive. I need to find something. Like, to give you an example, I told you already in the previous episode that I want to photograph all of the different medicinal plants here and identify them, and to have a proper catalog and to know how to use them. So to build a pharmacy, it's been planned for this. So let's make it happen. So I finally did that this morning. I went out with my camera and I took 3 tons of pictures. And I went back inside, and one of the between the computer and between Google, of putting the picture to get identified, I was going nowhere. Nowhere, and the reason or the explanation is that Google wasn't able to clearly establish. It was like, it's this, but it may be that, or it may be this. So I still don't know which one it is. If it's just to have a beautiful plant as a decoration, it's like, but it is supposed to be a plant that you are using for medicine. So it is a huge deal to know which plant it is, what are the benefits, how to use it properly. And I tried and I tried and I tried. I even, tried to find an app, because I know that there are tons of apps that are supposed to identify a plant. You take a picture. It's not working. It's just like it's cataloging just the pictures. And me, even if I click on the identify it anyway, it wasn't working. So I had to, why isn't it working? And I keep hearing why don't you just do nothing? Read your book, which I did this morning. But I heard again the book and I said, why don't you read? Why don't you just do nothing? What is the problem? I really heard why do you want to do absolutely something? Why is it such, the question was still for me, and I'm asking you because I know it's touching you the same. I heard that about you. Why is it such a problem? Why is it such a challenge for you, human, to not do anything, to really chill out? And by asking that, I'm getting emotional. So there is definitely something there to dig in. I'm not changing topic because I feel that this is related. Last night, the greatest from Seiya, it has been like 3 weeks. But for 2 weeks, it was nonstop 24/7 that I could hear it. And when I moved in here, so it's been a week, an easy week ago, it stopped. It kind of slowed down. And yesterday or the day before, I could hear it's coming back again. So yesterday in the evening, I felt that, okay, um, put it on the computer, with YouTube, and listen to it. And I really felt like I wanted to sing along. It was so difficult to say the words aloud when she says, and I can't even, say it even now, that I am the greatest alive, and, many times. And it was like so hard to make it out of my chest, to make it out of my throat. And I could feel that it was like there's a part of me that doesn't believe it. So I can't sing it aloud. I can't be truth to myself if I don't believe it completely. And I was struck. And at the same time, I was questioning myself. What is it that you are not believing? Why are you not believing it? Because, it's just like for many things that you are getting every day better and better and better. So there is an improvement. So it's not by saying that I am the greatest alive that I am not at the top of the game today in this instance. It's like every day you're getting better and greater and greater and greater. It's the same logic. I couldn't get out the words, even with a chandelier, but every time it was so hard to get the words out. And every time I could feel that there is a part that doesn't believe it, so cannot say it. I definitely see that there is something here and I want to dig it out. And so today again, with the finally, I thought this morning, like, okay, let's take the pictures of the plants, let's move forward, at least let's start with that. And when I started trying to identify and I couldn't identify anything, it was like 3,000 different possibilities of plants. And I was like, oh, come on, seriously? It really made me feel like I really cannot try to do anything. And then I heard that, well, what is the challenge for you? What is such a problem for you at doing nothing? You are partially here to learn to do again nothing. Enjoy it. Whether it is friends or family, they are part of the society and they have that false belief from the rest. So it's just pass on and pass on. But society, for them, if we are not being productive at doing something in order to create, to generate something tangible, you are lazy, you're not doing anything, you are a waste, which is absolutely not true. But why does it have so much depth, so much weight? Why is it so much guilt? If I am just sitting and reading the book, or if I just go just like yesterday and have a 2-hour nap, I feel ashamed because I didn't do anything, knowing that I do not have a job, that I do not have anything to generate any income or any money. And if I am not doing anything, well, do not complain. Maybe there is a tiny piece of me that feel ashamed for this. But at the same time, I know that it's not true. Because I have seen so many times, at least for the past month, if not 2 months, that doing things specific were and matters, but just as much as not doing anything and reflecting or taking some time off at just nothing. Yesterday, I talked about the nothingness, that it's as much valuable as doing something. And, just like a storm, like kind of turning, it's really not really going anywhere. It's just like the same feeling. I feel really so amazing and great here. And I can feel that I have started to change and to become closer from nature, to be braver, to surrender, not freaking out every second that I saw scorpions, even less freaking out for onyx. It is coming from that energy of the jungle, of that nothingness, of not doing anything. It's clearly bringing up to the top something that is holding me in false belief, in limiting belief, and this is something to get rid of. It makes me sad about myself. Sometimes it can be frustrating like this because I want to move on into something that I really feel passionate. And for a few seconds, I was thinking about, I wanted to say passionate and excited, but there was a fraction of a second where I could hear but are you really that excited? Or are you just finding something to do, something interested? Not that it's not interesting, but to find something to do. And for that fraction of second that you saw me hesitating and thinking, it lasting within me like an eternity of like, fuck, yes, that's true. It really is interesting, and it's really is interesting and fascinating and exciting. But is it the timing? It's always about the timing. Well, I don't know for you in every aspect of your life, but for me, it has always been the fracking timing. If it's not the timing, even to get an information, it's not even gonna come. I practiced so much for the past 2 weeks, the synchronicities and the surrender, and like I said, surfing on top of the wave and seeing with the flow I'm going here and going there. And I shared with you, I don't remember which episode of the bird resisting the wind. And every day I think about that bird and I question, am I that bird? Am I at that moment resisting the wind of wanting to go in a direction and knowing that it's just not the time or it's just not meant to be? Most of the time, I'm not that bird. I'm not in that situation. This is a massive surrender for me. That I know. But I think this is part of the why the other day I took the journal out. And I told you that usually when I hear the call or I feel the call of grabbing the journal and do some journaling or mind kind of journaling is because I need to vent something. And I vent because there is some frustration. This is part of what I do, when I want to find some limiting belief and I want to eradicate them, to break them down because they are not mine. It is, just like I said, it's society. So it's a generational one. It's not even mine. It's just the fracking weight that I carry, just like you, just like everyone else. Because we have been taught this way that if we are not doing something, if we are just sitting down and reading a book, or even just sitting down, looking at nature, having a nap, we are a waste for everyone else. And this is so not the truth. It's finding a way of being comfortable at not doing anything, at not feeling bad. This morning, I created on Canva because I do not have the website anymore. I couldn't afford to pay for renewing the website. You know that when you subscribe, you have the special offers for 2 years or 4 years at an incredible price. And when it's time to renew, like suddenly the amazing price has disappeared. It's a huge amount. So that's what happened. So I finally heard the call of, creating on Canva, but for the website presentation so I can put all of my paintings so I can showcase them and I can properly um, give a platform, a place where you can see them and you can decide to purchase them or not. So I did that for the new collection with the different sizes, and I wanted to do with the old collection as well, and to put some links here and there with specific individual paintings so you have a better look and a better understanding and the explanation about that. And it is so exciting for me because I love so much those paintings and I want to share them with everyone. And everyone I want them to have in their house and their home and on their walls or their on the desk. So it's really not a burden for me. But when I started to put some links within and I was clicking from the preview website, suddenly like, whoa, I am lost into 3,000 questions of how do I make that happen. It started so smoothly and so well at just putting all of the paintings and the names and their format because I have been asked, there are a few people who has asked me to see all of the paintings. So it's navigating between moments where I am on this wave of creativity and productivity, and I hope that you really can see the dragonfly when it's coming so close to me. And then it's just stop like this. That is something that is tough to navigate in. And I know that you are experiencing it as well. You find a way, share it in the comments because I'm the first one who wants to know so I can apply and see if it works for me. And I know that so many others are experiencing exactly the same. So it will be useful for someone. Anyway, for me, it's that endless learning of navigating on top of it. That's why I always think about, not obsessively, but because it comes by itself in flashes, at that bird that I saw in the sky and resisting the wind, part of the old way of doing that never lead me anywhere. And it still doesn't lead me anywhere. But I'm glad that it's here, because that's, what is blocking me to sing those words. It's just up to me to finish of extracting it and getting out of it. Damn it. It's a good thing, but damn it, it's this birthing of endless new version of myself. I just want it to happen now. So I'm sure that you can relate. And for that, I will be so much grateful if you can subscribe. Click on that button first, because you're going to help me to reach the 200 subscribers, because I can finally reach a next level. Click on liking. You can click on the bell, so you're going to know the next time that there is a video coming up, even if it's coming every day. You find, by the way, in the description down, a playlist for Broke But Not Broken, this series, my unfiltered diary to survive. To see from the beginning, episode 1, episode 2, when I pour out everything, see the progress, see where is it going. The word of the week or is really chill out. And it's funny because, this week, we're Friday, I don't know where it went. I seriously do not know where it went. And I know that, you too, you have experienced it, because you told me as well. I really feel like I am Tuesday. Every day I'm Tuesday. Seriously, I'm not joking. I feel like yesterday was Monday. I really see the day clearly in my head and I feel it, but I didn't see, and I don't know where Wednesday went or Thursday. I do not know if this week has something special. Yes, I know that we had 2 timeline jumps, but man, I'm telling you, it is messing up. So maybe this is part of it with the energy as well. You can let me know in the comments, but look, every day I'm happy to share, because if it's not therapeutic for me to get out to talk about this, and I know that it's useful for someone else, for you who is experiencing it as well and may feel lost, may feel alone, you may have even less than the tiny, or the nothingness that I have. So if this is something that can help you, then it makes me happy. And hopefully tomorrow it will be a better day to properly sing the greatest, that I am the greatest alive, and to know that it is the truth.